Good morning, students. This is Dr. Steve Scheel. Today's Monday, January 17th. Let's take a look at a typical week's activities as it relates to this MindTap business. So let's go to, let's say, week number 2. Here we have a description of what we're going to be covering this week. The Module 1 deals with creating a worksheet and a chart. Here are the learning objectives for this particular module. Here's a little humor embedded in the page. Introduction to module number 1, basically the ideas behind it. Some good advice from Martin Luther King Jr. And let's take a look at what to do this week. Generally, for a typical week, our activities are going to be split between what's due on Wednesday and what's due on Sunday. You definitely want to do what is due on Wednesday before you attempt the activities for Sunday, because this is the learning experience. There's some good materials here with the training and then the quiz to see how we did in the training that are going to make these activities a lot easier. So don't jump down here to Sunday's activities and then go back and do, the previous stuff that was due on Wednesday. So what I would suggest is that we start our week, we kind of look at the readings. Now this is just synopsis materials from the textbook that, we can go over, we can review. If we get stuck on something down here or here, we can always go to the readings and see if it's explained back in the readings. So what I would do is with a week is I would start Monday or Tuesday with this. Then on Wednesday, go ahead and do the training and take that quiz. And then what you don't want to do, because this is a distance learning class, you don't want to just jump in to the end of the week, wait till Sunday afternoon or evening and start these projects. What can go wrong? Well, the Wi-Fi will go down. That's no excuse, because we've had the Wi-Fi throughout the week. You might run into some troubles with MindTap itself. MindTap might not be working properly. So give yourself a break and start these activities early. I would suggest that you start Sunday's activities on possibly Thursday or Friday. So let's take a look at some of these activities. First of all, let's go to the readings. So I can either click up here or click up here. And this will take me to the readings. Open a new window. And so off I go into Cengage. And this is just a condensed version of the topics that relate to Module 1. So creating a worksheet and a chart. So you have your introduction, and then you have your different topics. Now you can go, if you have a question about getting started, well, hit the introduction. And then start an app, tells you the objectives, and then it gives you some information on the introduction. And you can click on and you can go through here and gives you pictures and discussions of the different topics associated with Module 1 for Excel. Go back over here. If I had a copy about saving a project or workbook, it's explained in detail here. How to create a pie chart. That information is contained in here. It gives you a discussion. Then you can read this, and then it talks about what it would look like in the data series and the different parts regarding creating a pie chart. So anyway, this information is here. You can also go to your textbook. But anyway, this is a condensed version of things that are important with regard to Module 1. So let me go back And I'm going to go back to week 2's activity. And then I'm going to come back down here. And so the first activity is the training. Well, again, all you have to do is click on this, open this in a new window. It takes you to the training activity. Check system. Skip over that. And again, this is the training. And it will demonstrate and then ask you to do things. Click on
aligning cell contents horizontally.
Well, now I observe the training. I can either practice or let me take a chance and apply it. Center the contents of cell C3. So I would click on C3, and then I would go over here and center it. Apply complete, and I've done my first bit of training. Just continue the tasks, go to 2, 3, and 4, and just, continue the training and, complete the training. Now, let me skip out of this. Go back to week 2. Okay, so it's still early in the week, right? We aren't waiting till Wednesday night. So in other words, I've completed the training. Now, I can go ahead and take the quiz. Again, I can click here or here. So I'll just, click on it, open the quiz in a new window. Okay. Some information about the quiz. I'm going to hit start. Okay, center the contents of cell D3 horizontally. So let's click on cell D3. Where's D3? Right here. And then I want to center it. Answer is correct. Advance to the next quiz question. And you'd walk yourself through the quiz and get your good grade on the quiz. Let me close this out. I didn't do very good if that's the only question I answered. But anyway, once we complete that, we get our grade. We've done training. We've done a good job on the quiz. It's still early in the week, mind you. So let's go back to this week number 2. And even though this says it's due on Sunday, I might just go ahead and if I got extra time on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or possibly the weekend, I would come down here and maybe get this started way before Sunday when it's due. Now let's take a look at the projects that are due January 23rd, this coming Sunday, and see how they work with Cengage. Let's click on one of the projects, open in a new window. I'd like to go ahead to the Start button. And here are 2 important files that they want us to download. First of all, it's the instructions, which is a Microsoft Word document, and the workbook that we'll be working with, the Excel file. So I've already downloaded those documents and put them in a file I called My Stuff for now. Here are the two files. Let's open up the instructions. And you can see it's made up of 3 parts, basically. Getting started, which has some important information which we'll want to do first. The project steps themselves. And then here's a picture of what our final workbook would look like. We want our project to look something very close to this. Now let's take a look at the initial file. Let me open this up. Okay, the first workbook or worksheet rather is the documentation. It has our name, and we've been told that if you download it and you don't see your name there, go ahead and delete it, go back to Cengage, restart, and get a fresh file. It also has the travel expenses worksheet, which is the file we're going to be working with. Okay, so let's take a look at the instruction sheet again. Here are the instructions. First of all, it says open the file, and initially it will have your first and last name with the number 1. What we want to do is immediately save that, and only change we need to make is to save it, and we replace this 1 with the number 2. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to go over here. Okay, so I go down here, save as, and you can see we'll make this change from 1 to a 2. And basically, we've done what is required here. So let's look at the first steps. Here we have Martin Hernandez, who needs our help. He's a coordinator for Retail Pro, a sales and marketing company that works with companies throughout the southwestern United States. He's created this worksheet, and he's asked for our help. He didn't mention how much he was going to pay us, but we'll make sure he pays us the right amount. Go to the travel expenses worksheet. Okay, we have that over here. And merge the cells. Here's the first thing he asks us to do. Merge the cells in the range from B2 to I2. So let's go ahead and do that. Here's B2 all the way over to I2. And he wants us to merge and center, so we'll click up here on the alignment. We have that. So now in cell B13, he wants us to put a date in of 5/3/21. So let's go back over here. And he said, what was it, 5/3/2021. So we've done that. So we finished those steps. Let's go to step 2. It says select the range B10 through I10 and apply the cell style accent 3. So let's go ahead and do that. B10 through I10. So here's B10 through I10. And it wants us to set the cell styles. Now, one thing you can do is just go up here and type in cell. You see cell styles. And then over here are the cell style, and they said use accent 3, so we'll do that. And so we have accomplished that task. In cell B or C16, they want us to enter the data for retail conference in Houston. I could copy and paste, or we could just go down here and type in Houston. So let's see. Okay, we've done that. And then in cell D11, let's put in the number 65. So going down here, D11, they want us to enter the miles driven as 65. Okay, let's go back to our instruction sheet. In C11, they want us to enter formula, not a built-in formula that comes with our Excel, but one that's just going to multiply the number of miles driven by the current rate of reimbursement of 0.55 cents. So let's do that. So up here, equal says we're putting in a formula. We're going to take this and we want to multiply it times the current mileage rate. That'd be 0.55, and it gives us $35.75. With the cost of gasoline, I would hope that they would increase the mileage rate that the employees are getting. Okay, now let's go back to the instruction sheet. Use the fill handle to copy the formulas that we just did into cells E12 through E16. So we can do that. Come down over here. Here's the fill handle. So we just copy that down like this. It automatically takes this value and moves it through the rest of the cells in that range. Now notice over here it's cell equal D11 times 55 cents. If we go to say 16, it's D16 times 55 cents. So we've accomplished that task. And then it says in step 5, we want to use a counting format in range E11 through I16. E11 to I16. You want to click on that, format the cells. Go to accounting. I want to use that particular format. Hit OK. And so basically it puts it into this, what we call counting format, where the $ is over here on the left-hand side of the column. Okay, let's go back down to our next task, step 6. Go to cell E17 and use the sum function to add up the mileage expenses. Okay, so we can do that. So go to E17. We want to enter the sum function. So again, excuse me, it's an equal sign, but we'll put in sum, a built-in formula this time. I'll put in left brace. And now I just want to basically have it add up all these numbers in this range. Let's close off the formula with a right brace. And so the value is $125.95 for this column. Now likewise, it wants us to fill the range F17 through I17 with that formula we just basically Okay, so let's go down here. We basically want to take this, drag it over to here, and we get the cells populated through this range. Okay. Now in cell B21, what do they want us to do in B21? Oh, they want to change the font for the cell. Go to the font, and what they want is Franklin Gothic Book Body. Wow. Franklin Book. Now I don't see, well, I click on that, that's part of what we want. But if I click down here, it gives me two types of fonts, either the one for headings or the one for body, and they asked us for that one, so I can click on this. And then it says copy the value in cell C5 and paste it into cell D21. So C5 is the employee ID number for Martin himself. So I'm going to copy that, and then I want to paste it here. So we did that. Wow, we're on our last step in this project. So let's go to change the style of the pie chart to style 8. So let's go down. Let me highlight that. And then let's go over here, and I want to change. Okay, I click on this. I can go up to chart design, and here are some different styles. Style 1, but they said style 8, 6, 7, 8. So over here, and we finished our project. Now, of course, I want to save it. And then we go back to, and it says drag or drop the file we just saved here. So let's go over here and make sure I can find it back in my stuff. Here's the one we just finished. I'm going to drag it up here. Oh, try that again. I'm going to submit this. Oh, now cross my fingers and see what kind of grade I got on this. Okay, let's open that up. Whoopie-doo, I got 100 out of 100, which is a good score on any good day. So basically, folks, that's how you would go about working with one of these files and submitting it through Cengage. If you have any questions, please contact me either at my cell phone by text 843-283-9991 or contact me by my coastal email at steve.s@coastal.edu. Talk to you later. Bye.